We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
Hello, and welcome to Icons of Primes here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'm your GM for the day, Jason, and with me as usual will be Curtis playing Sethagua,
Hola.
Mike as Transmuter,
Hey everyone.
Zach as Helios,
Thank you for coming.
and Taylor as Puppet.
Howdy.
And last session, you got called in to respond to a possible robbery, respond to an alarm anyway, at the base of a retired and now past hero, Professor Possible, old friend of your father, the Primus. So when the alarm sounded, the professor's son contacted Sharon, who sent y'all in to check it out. You had a little altercation with a fairly colorful bunch of villains. And only after you were finished did you realize that one of the villains was illusionary and he had gotten away with whatever it was they were after. I believe you had managed to capture... No, you didn't capture any of them, did you?
Oh, I thought they.
No, we
It was
got a full
destroyed.
capture
Yeah.
on the magician.
Did you capture the magician?
Yeah, we interrogated him and
Yeah.
asked for a dummy phone to call him on if we needed him in an emergency against these two Vasilophites.
Yeah, Sethagua had returned inside the lab space, and that's when we discovered.
Oh, that's right. He had the device,
Yeah.
and one of the
Which-
Vasilevs came through.
Which got smashed, I
That's
believe.
right. I was just thinking about the fact that you didn't have the device.
Right,
Yes.
yeah. No, the device is no more.
That's right. That's right.
Although I'm sure that a little bit of Gorilla Glue and some love
Maybe.
can.
The power of love does many things.
And I'll be honest with you, and this is me showing how lazy a GM I am. I ran that scenario basically twice. I ran it for one of my local groups with a different ending because it had to fit into their storyline. And their villain is the one that got away with it.
That's because they weren't us.
in the
That's
parallel
That's
universe.
probably it. Though Leisure Domain, even in that game, Leisure Domain never got his pushing daisies blast to work. Haven't managed to push anybody with that thing yet.
Pushing daisies.
Because the daisies hit you and they're pushing you. It's a play on words. It's great. You guys appreciate that kind of wordplay, and so does some of the guys in the other group. Anyway.
I certainly appreciate it.
So anyway, yes, the machine was smashed up. I believe Helios was able to recover some data from the computer equipment that it was plugged into.
I think we were going to be going back to do that.
Okay.
We studied the device, and it was some kind of sensor, though it was beyond.
Right. Yeah, we were going to go over anything that you actually discovered this session. But yeah, y'all had bugged out. The Professor Possible's son got on the scene, so he was able to deal with the cops.
1 second.
But yeah, so he had dealt with the cops because y'all had Sharon had teleported you all, picked you up in the sedan, basically.
Do we have the sedan back working?
Did you not use it? I thought you used it getting here.
Or did she pick us up in the van?
Did y'all have to drive out to this one?
I don't remember how we got here, to be honest.
Let's see, because you had.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't the sedan.
Yeah, maybe not. So we'd gotten wrecked.
No, we did deploy the sedan. At least in my notes, we did.
Oh, okay.
Because the mission y'all had after the sedan got wrecked, when y'all were driving in the moving van, that was down to Texas where y'all found the Myrmidon.
Mm.
And then this one was a few weeks later, I believe. That's when this kicked off. Because in that intervening week, she had y'all running around trying to investigate Vasilev sightings, but y'all hadn't really found anything definitive. Though y'all had a definitive sighting last time.
Very much so.
Though they identified them, one of them identified themselves as Caesar, and one of them as, or Czar. Yeah, it was Czar in August. Or August. So, been about a week. There have been several other sightings of the Vasilevs, as the media started calling them.
What have
Some
they been up
locals
to?
had overheard y'all's conversation, so their actual names are making it into the media to some degree. There have been a few attacks where up till now they'd been making appearances here and there but really hadn't done anything. There have been a few, what the government's calling minor attacks. But not a lot of detail has gotten out about those yet. In that time, Zach, you have been studying Professor Possible's machinery.
Mm-hmm.
Because once everything settled down, his son let you back in. The ruined device, which you're quite certain that you can't repair. It is, like we mentioned last time, it's a sensory device. It's picking up some previously unknown form of energy. And he had in the latter days of his life managed to plug it into a network of satellites. And was picking up concentrations of this energy around the world. Not tons and tons of them. And sometimes they were very temporary. But looking at the map of it, it tended to pop up in these signatures tended to pop up in the U.S. more often than other places. And looking at it in like a time lapse, there's almost constantly a signal pretty close to y'all's base.
That's interesting.
So it was a dad detector.
Now, since his passing, there was like a gap where there wasn't much of a signature, wasn't any particular signature there, and then it starts getting this weird fluctuating signal there. It's like not as strong. It varies on how strong it is.
Oh no, it's an
goes
us
completely out.
detector.
And as you kind of zoom in on the timeline, you get more and more specific. When the signal is the strongest at your base is when y'all were all there training. And sure enough, you can find very, very small pickups at Transmuter's home that tend to match up, that always match up with when she was there. There's a slightly larger signature of it when Seth Agua, on the dates that Seth Agua was with her. Same thing when he hung out with Helios. When you track back to some of the other signals that were around the world, further back in time, some of them you can match up to known Primus side, known events that the Primus was at, out of the country. The ones you can match up to him are always the strongest signals. Until you get to the date that the Vasilev was flying around. The Vasilev gave a very, very similar signal. Or energy signature, or whatever.
So can
If
we
it's-
match up any of the readings two known Vassalite sightings?
Yes, the ones the ones before the attack on this place, because of course, the record shut off where the machine was damaged, and it doesn't match up with all the sightings. Some of the sightings were probably frauds, or
Yeah.
people
Weather
seeing somebody
balloons.
fly by, but not who they thought it was.
Yeah. Is there a significant concentration in an area we know, significant, consistent concentration in an area that we know that we have not been since the passing of our father?
Let's see, consistent. Yes, there are two. One has been there for about 6 weeks. It ebbs and flows as far as like how strong it is, but it's been in that one place for most of that time. It's like it first appeared over the Gulf of Mexico, and then you can kind of track its movement to this one spot, and it's been sitting there ever since.
Is that the ancient monster thing?
No, Ziz was over in the Mediterranean.
Okay.
Y'all were fighting him off the coast, or right at the coast of Spain.
Where is the second one?
Florida Everglades.
Random located spots.
Now the one in the Everglades moves around when you kind of zoom in at look at it from day to day. It moves around a lot, or I should say, it's there, it's not there. Occasionally, you'll see you pick up a signal of two smaller signals flying off. Look at it in satellite, you can't. If you pull up like Google Earth and look at it, you don't really see anything there other than just swamp.
I'm not liking the implications here.
What are the implications?
That there might be more than two Vassalites.
Oh, right.
They could be legion. I mean, the government could have been cloning them suckers, cranking them out like, Ford cranked out Model Ts back in the day. Who knows? Or you could be paranoid and I'm just playing it up. Now that you've given me the idea.
So there's one, you said it was near Mexico, that is relatively stationary, but it ebbs and flows in weakness and strength.
No, I said it appeared over the Gulf of Mexico originally, and then moved to the location I'll see it at now.
Oh, where is it now?
Oh, that's a good question. Illinois.
Okay.
Where at in Illinois?
What, you need more specific than one state?
Probably Carbondale. I mean,
Actually, I got a buddy lives in Carbondale.
It's kind of the I don't know, what do we call it, the armpit or whatever of Illinois.
Well, this is down towards the southern tip. Not too far from the Shawnee National Forest. It's out in a rural area between a couple of smaller towns. Most of it looks like it's farmland there.
I vote we check out the one in Illinois first. That's a little bit close to home for me, and I don't like the idea of one of these things being that close to Rockford.
Since it's not that since it's fairly stationary, it's an easier target too.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Is this something we'll want to do all together, or do we want to dare I suggest split our forces.
Oh, I don't think we want to split.
No, I do. Yeah, we hit these things with everything we got if we have to.
Oh, that's true. These are vassalites. Good point.
Or,
You know,
or potential basilites, anyway.
Anyway, yeah, Sharon's been sitting in on this. She comments on the fact that she knows Professor Possible had figured out, about where Dad's base was. Because he would tease the Primus about it, but he never told him how he deduced it. She's like, so he was cheating, which is Professor Possible's whole thing, outsmarting people and kind of misdirection, of his enemies. Knowing what we know now, she theorizes that Professor Possible had discovered a way to detect whatever power source, whatever energy source it is that all of you seem to be using. And she even goes in once Zach shows her how to move around, how to move the timeline around and look at stuff. She goes into when you were fighting Skyscraper and Gothic Squadron and the Space Pirate, who's actually the important one.
Iguani?
Iltro.
Viltro Iguani?
Yes, Viltro Iguani.
Went down bad in that fight.
He did, but he shows up on Professor Possible's detection equipment.
Is he a sibling too?
She's like, no, but he claims to wield something called the Power Primeval. And the Vassalif may have used that term at one point. I forget exactly. It's a term that's popped up a few times. Now, his signature is not as strong as yours. And certainly not as strong as the Primus's signature back in the day. Or any of the ones that you suspect are the Vassalifs. And you bring it right to him. He was resistant to the Vassalif's power dampening abilities. He was more resistant than most people, but his did get shut down eventually.
The alien pirate.
Yes, the alien pirate. Of course, I think it also got him beat into a coma by the Vassalif. But anyway, he got better. All right, so y'all are wanting to go after the one in Illinois?
Yeah.
Okay, Sharon's fine with that. So she loads you up in the sedan. Y'all fly out. How close do y'all want to get to it?
Well, how precise are the readings? Like, if we're from far away, can we just sense within like a 20-mile radius, or is it like a pinpoint?
It looks like his equipment could get you within a couple hundred yards.
Okay.
The further back you go, the less precise it is until you get up fairly modern, where he managed to plug it into like GPS satellites and stuff. So he was able to get fairly precise GPS coordinates. It's almost like this was a hobby of his after he'd retired.
I mean, everyone's got to keep themselves entertained somehow. He just decided to stalk Dad.
I'll just get on Google Earth and stalk my buddies. Or perhaps he was trying to figure out what this energy source was. Yeah, it could go either way.
No, everyone's got a thing. My dad plays poker. He traces alien energy.
Gotta have a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after you've retired.
Hey, just because an alien has the energy does not make the energy inherently alien. I'm pretty sure Dad was born on Earth.
That's fair.
How sure?
If it were not so, he would have told me.
That's fair. And he did always talk about where he was born and stuff. So.
I've seen that. I saw that man put raisins in tuna salad, so I'm not sure.
I think that's just a World War II thing.
I'm writing that
So,
down. It's not part of continuity.
do we not trust the raisins or just tuna salad in general?
A combination of it.
Who puts fruit and tuna together? I mean, it's kind of weird. Anyway, Illinois time.
Where they do mix fruit and tuna.
It all comes together.
Sharon looks mildly offended too, but she didn't say anything. All right, so you load him in the sedan. Y'all head out. The coordinates lead you, like I mentioned, it's mostly farmland. Leads you to an area. It's a pasture with cows. There's like one little barn. You know, fairly stereotypical for the area. You know, not in terrible shape, but not exactly kept, super kept up. Paint's faded, the tin roof's a little rusty,
Tin roof.
Rusted, baby.
She tells you she's got all the stealth gear going. Do you want her to just teleport you down? Do you want to land somewhere else and walk in, or
Landing and walking in will probably be a little bit quieter.
okay? So she goes half a mile down the road and lands in some other field.
Watch out for cow patties. How many how densely or not at all densely populated is this area? Like how often do we see actual residences?
There's several other farms. There might be 2 or 3 houses every half a mile or so. It's a fairly low density area.
Yeah.
But if stuff starts exploding, there will be people that will hear it and will call the authorities.
Yeah. Or get their firearm of choice out.
Yes, I can see it now. As y'all fly away at the end of the session, every house you see, somebody standing on their porch with a shotgun.
Yeah, exactly. Do we have anything like a meter? I don't know if Anton had anything like that. I don't know how far Professor Possible had refined the detection. If he had refined it to implement as like a handheld gadget at all.
As far as y'all are able to tell, that the smashed up thing was the only detection equipment he had.
Okay. So we're just basically like on our own and doing it the old-fashioned way.
Exactly.
Well, let's see. Were there any like with this energy signal? Was there any kind of? It wasn't like anything like a material component with the generation of this energy, was there, or was it just strictly?
It was just some sort of energy that his machine could detect.
Okay. I didn't know if it might be something like kryptonite, where there was like at least some kind of like a material component involved. Something that maybe could be detected with a transmutation power, but doesn't seem to be that way. At least not for now.
All right, heroes, what are y'all doing?
They would just go up to the farm and keep an eye out for any obvious detection devices on the way in, like maybe a security system that's been set up.
Yeah, or maybe side effects and like some of the vegetation. Like if there's like any crop circles, that would be a nice hint.
Oh, true.
Well, Well, there's a burn patch, but it looks like that's just where they had a brush pile and over in one
Okay.
corner.
Or
Like
homecoming
I said,
party.
there's cows.
So this is an active farm.
Yes, looking at it like Google Earth, this is like the back pasture.
Okay.
Are you thinking
You know,
there might
there's
be
a,
like
there's a road that runs across the back pasture, and then you've got that pasture, another pasture, and then like a farmhouse.
Are you thinking there might be like one of these farms could potentially be a front?
Maybe, or maybe it was.
Or maybe this is just somebody's house who was another one of Dad's kids.
Yeah.
There's always the chance that we're just barging into somebody's house.
Yeah, we don't know. I guess that's up to Sharon.
Well, I guess, yeah, Sharon would have told us, I guess, if it was that
Yeah.
case.
No, as far as she knows, that's not the case here.
But that's not to say she couldn't have missed someone.
Oh, she hopes she hasn't missed anybody.
I think it's one of the cows.
Oh boy, a primal cow. I mean, these like Superman type archetypes usually spawn off the spin-offs like he did. There's a bat cow.
Well, what was,
God bless Bat Cow.
Mm-hmm.
and I think what was it? The Tick had Apocalypse Cow or
The
something like
mangy
that.
cow.
Let's hope that's not here. That what's going on here.
Right.
So I would suggest, yeah, I think we just walk around and just look for something unusual, something like vegetation that looks like it might be exposed to strange energies. Any farms that seem suspiciously unused, like maybe inactive for what should be a fully in use farm. Maybe that's the first place to start.
Okay.
Helios, you can fly for limited times there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we could have gotten a scan from hell. Sharon could be doing the scan now, from like an aerial scan sort of
Okay,
thing.
she's looking around that area. Like I said, this back pasture is where the signals seem to be coming from. That's where the coordinates take you.
Yeah.
If y'all start walking around that pasture, there's cows. You're watching out for cow patties.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Helios, who I think is in white boots.
Right.
White boots, like I am very stain conscious. I am regretting everything that went into the color pattern of this costume at this moment. Color scheme, excuse me.
And there are plenty of those laying around.
Mm-hmm.
The cows are mostly ignoring you. There's one or two that are kind of watching you, but
I just point out, look at those guys. They're not supposed to be here.
There.
Boy, Farmer Bob is really dressing weird today.
They think they're getting their mitts on my udders. They got another thing coming.
Their hands look very cold. That ain't happening.
One of the cows starts drifting over a little closer to you.
Oh boy.
I go to pet it.
Told you it was one of the cows.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an awareness roll.
Oh shoot.
Uh-oh.
We've run across a sentient farm.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Did mine roll? Yes, it did.
Oh, are we all doing? Oh, we're all doing.
Oh,
that?
I was just calling for Helios since he's the one petting it.
Okay, got it. Gotcha.
Sorry.
I thought it
It
was
feels like
But you got to roll
rainbows.
from me anyway, so whatever.
All right, so Helios got a 5, but I only got a 4 for the difficulty. So you're petting the cow, and it's just looking at you, and you're about to go on about your business when you realize something is wrong with the thing's eyes.
oh. Like a parasite or funky?
That cow's got
Like they don't look real.
the rabies. Pink eye.
Oh.
And they are very, very focused on you.
Hey guys!
Yeah.
I think
What's
the
up?
cows are weird here.
Oh,
Like
primevally
alien,
weird?
like alien weird or robot weird?
Do they look like robot eyes or like glass eyes or?
This close, it kind of looked like glass, and what you thought were pupils might be camera lenses.
I think that might be robots. I'm gonna start patting it down for like panels or hatches I can like access.
It starts walking away from you.
No, I follow it. I keep doing this.
No. This cow and I have business.
You ain't going
It
into
moves.
a
It
cow.
tries to move a little faster to get away from you.
We're patting you down for a wire.
I move a little bit faster with the cow.
Listen, I think you're strong enough to lift a cow. Don't worry too much about it.
I'll let
You're faster than a
Red.
fast cow.
I'll let Reg try and help herd the cow like a dog.
Oh, indeed.
That
You ever
cow is in
seen-
trouble.
Have you ever seen a little Pomeranian try and wrangle in cows? It's hysterical.
They have gumption, damn it.
They do.
All right, so you're patting down the cow. It never breaks into a full run. It's like it starts walking away, and then it starts walking away a little faster, and you don't have any trouble keeping up with it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, I think Seth is from Oklahoma, so he probably even knows how to.
Oh, right.
He'll do the whole calling the cow thing. Whoa!
Some of the other cows in the field kind of respond and start trotting over.
There's only one fake cow?
you,
Well,
only,
you haven't examined the other cows.
you only need one per herd.
The fake cow, however, is ignoring Seth and continuing to try to get away from Helios's probings.
Why'd you phrase it like that?
Because I try to think of a kinder word than
Molest?
molestations. But anyway, you're patting the cow, the presumably fake cow down. For all you know, it could just be a cyborg cow.
Oh, boy. Psy cow.
And your finger kind of snags on something up under the fur, and you pull part of the fur off.
Oh.
And yes, it's clearly mechanical up under there.
Oh, thank God.
Or else next episode, it's the Primes versus PETA.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Or,
But if you pull the cow's skin off, they'd kind of have the right of it. They'd kind of be in the right.
They could have been lizard cows, like in V. Instead of a human mask, they've got a cow
God, that
mask.
was a good show.
Oh, shoot.
But
I don't know. They had Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not going to.
Helios, paused the little heart attack he just had because he just, degloved part of a cow. And okay, yeah. Is there machinery underneath?
Yes.
Do I see an off button?
No, nothing that obvious.
Dang. Or does the cow go to enter attack mode, or is it just still trying to
It
get
just
away?
it just keeps walking away.
It's still a cow.
Yep, it is. Yeah, I don't think
In
they're
its heart of
dangerous.
hearts, it's a cow.
Do you see anything like a USB port that you could hack into? Can we hack the cow?
Maybe if you get it to sit still long enough.
But I'm just gonna hold it in place and
Well,
Okay,
Yeah, I
you're not.
think,
It's not strong enough to pull away from you.
transmuter. Could you do something to keep its legs still?
yeah, I was about to suggest some selective transformation into mud
What?
or molasses or something like that.
It's a cow. You're super strong. You can hold it. I swear.
No,
Well-
I am holding it. I just want to, inspect the machinery properly without, it trying to walk away.
Yeah, he can't
Alright.
be in inspection and restraint mode at the same time. Those are kind of cross purposes. He might accidentally break something he was trying to look at.
And if it was just, a regular cow with robot eyes, I didn't want to hurt it or scare it too much.
Sure. So yeah, I can whip up some molasses to keep the cow still.
The poor blind cow that couldn't see without its robot eyes.
All right, so y'all get his legs gummed up where it can't move, so Zach Helios can examine it.
And I'm
Wow.
Something that occurs to me, if Seth was actually able to activate the rest of the cows, they would provide good cover for what we're about to do.
Well, like I said, several of the cows wander over, and they're kind of poking around at Seth like they're expecting food from him. Seth, you're not seeing anything weird about these cows.
Yeah, I mean, these appear to be actual cows, not.
One of them even
True.
defecates while he's over there, so
lovely.
So I'm kind of thinking that some crazy inventor has a robot cow to lead the herd.
Need
Maybe.
a revolution. Sorry. We have gotten utterly off track.
Fidel Castro.
My uncle actually wrote a screenplay where a herd of cows thought that the farmer was God. And of course, God would come and send them to the butcher.
Right.
Kind
As
of
gods will do.
As gods will do.
Your uncle sounds amazing. It is a criminal. This was never made. Like, we have how many Marvel movies, and this has not been produced with that kind of budget?
Right?
Where's our cow cinematic universe?
Send the script to the folk that did Black Sheep.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes. All right.
All right, so Helios is examining the fake cow.
I got an 11 to work my magic on it.
All right. Roll 20 has been weird. It's like I could read the top half of all the words where Zach rolled, and I can tell that's an 11. But it's like hiding half of it behind the.
Okay, so that's not just me. It's been screwing with everyone.
It's not doing that to me.
I haven't tried to roll
see
anything
it.
yet.
I see it clearly. There's nothing blocking it for me.
Computational process.
Maybe
Now,
it has...
when I stop it from being full screen, then I see it fine.
Maybe that's the difference. I do not have mine on full screen.
Now I go back to full screen and it looks okay now. Try minimizing it and then maximizing it again, Zach.
Okay.
Huh.
All right. Roll 20 just
Gonna...
being a roll 20 thing.
Yep.
Mine's
Right.
on full screen. I'm going to make another roll just to see if something happens.
Yeah, see, that one came up fine.
Still looks fine on mine, so I don't
Yeah,
know what's
alright.
going on.
Just, we discovered
I
some
wasted a
small
good
work.
roll, but
Alright, so you're examining the cow. The difficulty for this is not going to be too high, I don't guess.
Because it's a robot cat. It's pretty straightforward what this bad boy is.
Okay, so you, based on the piece you pull off, you figure out where the fur separates at, and you can kind of fold it out. Then there's panels to really get inside it. Though it looks like the back side of the fur is like waterproofed and all that, so there's not a whole lot of like paneling in the way. You start poking around. It's fairly advanced, not super science advanced.
Boston Dynamics 30 years from now.
Actually, you find their logo on some of the parts.
Oh, huh.
Hey.
See, this is the kind of stuff I can get behind them making. I say as I, fiddle with it.
Fake
Robot
surveillance
voyeur cows?
Well, better that than police dogs.
I mean, look at him. It's adorable. He's adorable. I want to take him
Robot
home.
voyeur cow.
I could probably turn off the voyeur aspect.
Then it's just a robot. Not a whole lot of use of a robot cow.
It'd be an amazing pet. If give it grass, probably doesn't poop a lot. If it needs grass, probably just plug it in at night.
So anyway, the core of it seems to be, a kind of, something that looks like a Boston Dynamics design, just designed to look more like a cow than a dog.
Yeah.
With extra bits fixed on, like the whole head of the cow is just animatronics, apparently. You can see it's definitely cameras in the eyes that run back.
Sorry, it looks like I for a minute. But now I'm back.
All right. If I can get us all back in the right order. There we go. And yes, it's cracking into it. The cameras run back to a central area. There's basic. It's essentially using Wi-Fi. It's definitely sending a signal to somebody, as well as recording it on board.
Well, they now know we're here, I
Yep.
presume.
I'm just gonna look in the cow's eyes and just wave hi and say, "We really don't want to fight. We just want to ask some questions."
I'll pop up over his shoulder and go, moo.
Don't tease the robot cow, and I start just putting the fake cow fabric back over it.
All right, so you get it all closed back up. You haven't done any actual damage to it.
It's just stuck in the mud.
Yeah, well, that's easily corrected
Unmolasses this cow, please.
and done.
We have a bad habit. Like, once is, it happens. Twice, covering someone we're trying to deal with in a sticky substance, that's a habit.
When did we do that last?
The
Oh,
bear.
whenever-
The bear.
Oh, of course.
Green bear. Yeah.
Well, that was combat. That's different. That was combat.
I had to fist fight a man covered in honey.
It's different covering a man in honey when you gotta wrestle him afterwards.
Well, all right. I will.
It's not weird. I had to wrestle him. Of course I was gonna cover him in honey.
I will
The
create
right
a
hero
formula.
might have enjoyed that. I
For
mean,
not-
come
The
on.
right villain enjoyed it.
I will develop a formula for non-stick honey. Wait, then it won't. So, oh wait. Then
That sounds like something that gives you massive diarrhea. Can we please move on?
It sounds like
The cow walks back up to the barn. It gets to the barn, it turns around, it looks at you, and the barn door opens.
Oh,
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Professor Possible.
Let's go check it out.
You poke around the barn. When you first step in, it looks like a normal barn. There's like a side area that's roomed off, and when you open that door, it's very clean and brightly lit inside.
not at all farm-like.
No, not at all farm-like. Almost elevator-like. Especially with the control panel next to the door. You know,
A
once you're
little
inside.
sign that says elevator, and the little sticky note that says, "Remember, fix elevator."
In case of fire, use stairs.
Once everyone's inside, I'm just gonna hit the button. Is there like a floor selector, or is it just up and down arrows?
Just up and down arrows.
I hit the down arrow.
Joke's on you, he was in the attic. We've really just buggered this whole thing.
The basement was a trap.
Alright, y'all should be able to see the map now.
Little tiny elevator splots
Yes.
with our tokens on it.
Yes.
Surrounded by the void.
Surrounded by the void.
The void of not knowing.
We were invited in. I'm sure it'll be safe.
Yeah, especially since Jason bothered to, pull up a map.
Well, I like visual representations of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superheroes, whether comics or movies, tend to be a very visual art medium.
That
Sure.
is true.
So anyway, the door opens into this little airlocky looking area. And then that door there opens, as you approach it. I guess give me a marching order, since it's so narrow right there.
I guess because I'm the bulletproof one, I'll take point.
Well, that seems fair enough.
I'll go with you. I can switch to shadow form, and I'm
Well, it's really only wide enough for one of you,
One at a
single
time.
file.
Well,
So
I can follow him. Unless they zap me with light, I'll ought to be all right.
mhm.
But
I could go-
2-dimensional in shadow form, I ought to be able to just walk, slink along the wall or the floor or the ceiling.
Now, I had not thought about the whole 2-dimensional thing. Yeah, you make a fair point there.
I guess transmuter can go third.
Okay. Oops.
Saw someone run.
Yeah, I meant to grab somebody, and I ended up making a square visible by mistake. Oops.
Ah, you're fine.
No, don't go there.
All right, so as you walk through, when this door opens, I'm going to go ahead and move you right there. And who was coming in right behind you? I think we said Seth was going to be 2-dimensional, so you're just kind of on the wall.
Right.
And I'll be
You're
third.
You were kind of not taking a spot. All right, then transmuter, then puppet. All right. The door opens. Let me give.
Uh-oh.
As you step through the door, Helios, the one on the side, tries to reach out and tag you with his hand.
I try to dodge that.
I'm sure it's just a greeting.
That's how killer robots say hello.
No, that's bullets.
Oh.
We've met a couple of them. I'm pretty sure it's bullets.
These guys do not use bullets. They're way more advanced than that. All right, so this is a prowess. So bob and weave from Helios, and the attacker gets an 8. So yeah, he reaches out, just open hand to touch you. You kind of jump out of the way. The rest of these guys pull up. They've got one of their arms ends and almost looks like some sort of big sort of blaster. And the 3 of them open fire on Helios.
This is rude.
Very rude.
This one is coordination, though for them it's the same. So 2 8s and 9s, what you need to dodge.
Right. And could I block these?
Yes, that's fine.
All right. And 1, 2, 3.
All right, so you beat all 3 of them, and let's see. How exactly does block work?
I basically sacrifice my next turn to use my strength to defend.
Okay, and what is your strength?
It's a 7.
Does that avoid it though, or is your strength like a damage resistance for it? I'm trying to remember.
I need to get some tags to earmark all this in the book.
All right, it's blocking. I found it. It's on page 133.
Thank you.
You got the regular book.
Thank you.
Involves bracing for an attack and resisting it with sheer strength. Blocking is normally only effective against bashing, blasting, and rushing attacks. Blasting takes your action to do so. You defend. Yeah, a failed attack outcome means you block and shrug off the attack. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was something where you use your strength, like damage resistance or something. No, it's not. It's just changing which stat you use to defend with.
You can also use your damage resistance power to block.
Okay, that's probably where I was getting the damage resistance part from then.
It's nice.
So yeah, you just sort of throw your hands up and just kind of catch the blast on your palms. You hear one of the maybe robots, maybe guys in powered armor, but you hear one of them go, "Ah, crap."
So we really, really did not want to come here to fight, but if we got to, I'll start ripping off limbs.
Puppet will chip from the back. Before we get wild and crazy, we're just here to see if you have any aliens present. If you're just doing weird technology shit, you can continue your business. We're just here for weird aliens.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we're pretty weird to an alien too, so.
Zach, the one next to you, puts a hand up beside it, beside his helmet. All right, this is not how I expected this to go down. But the boss is willing to talk to you.
Okay, good. Hey, question: is that power armor, or are you guys robots, cyborgs? If that's too personal to ask, don't worry about it. Cause this, you guys look cool.
Really, I think we have too much neon, but anyway.
Yeah. No, it's the whole new cyberpunk.
Well, I mean, as long as it's stylized enough, you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's they're not really allowed to talk about it.
That's fair.
That's fair enough.
All right, so y'all get ushered. Let me show you a little more of the map. Into this room right over here. So they usher you over here. They tell you to take a seat.
Ooh.
And this looks like this looks like the cafeteria of whatever sort of base this is.
I inspect for any obvious booby traps and then sit down.
I hope they don't feed us. I hate cafeteria food.
Just a little bit later, a man walks in. You know, suit, tie, sunglasses, that sort of guy.
Hello, sir. Apologies for the interruption of standard business.
Hello. What in the world brings a rookie team of heroes here?
Long and short, we think we were concerned about some energy readings we were able to learn of coming from this place that seemed tied to the Vassalites.
I see. How were you able to detect this energy?
That's a matter of personal security, sir. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry, you haven't us at a loss. You know who we are. Who are you?
I don't know exactly who you are.
You're not a Basilite, are you, man?
No,
I
I
don't
haven't
think
noticed.
they can shapeshift.
He pulls out a card, hands it over to you. Or no, I take that back. He pulls out his ID unless you, or his ID unless you see it. It identifies him as Agent Tolliver.
What?
And he works for Spear.
I did not realize that Spear was into such heavy neon.
Sometimes to get this level of tech, you have to hire eccentric individuals. And he gives y'all kind of the eye up and down. I'm sure you're familiar with such eccentricities.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My brother in Christ, I'm wearing b-ball shirts and a b-ball shirt and a b-ball shorts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there's no F for fashion in Spear, so understood. And I say that as someone who digs the look.
Well, I suppose we should cut to the chase. What do you know about the power primeval?
We have heard the term. Filtro Aquani, an escaped prisoner.
Yeah, we punched him once. Don't worry.
Yes,
we do know who you're talking about.
yes, that is right. You did have a confrontation with him.
For a fist bump to Transmuter.
That's right.
He likes to go on at length about this energy source that he wields.
Well,
We believe it's the same energy the Vasilef used, or that fueled him.
not incorrect, no.
We are under the completely same assumption.
We believe that's why Aquani was resistant to the Vasilev's abilities to nullify other superhuman individuals' abilities.
Are you holding Aquani here, or have you found a way to replicate that energy?
Well, Aquani is still... Oh no, y'all captured him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right, it was Gothic got away in that fight.
Yeah, we got Skyscraper.
I'm
Squadron
pretty sure Gothic got away, yeah.
Yeah, so did
Yeah,
Squadron.
and y'all basically let Squadron go, sort of.
Yeah.
Well, you made a deal for him to help you. He helped you just a little bit, and then he beat feet.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No, Aquani's location is classified.
Fair enough. I suppose that our next question is, why are we detecting similar energy signatures coming from here? And could it help us take out the Vassalites? Because they concern the hell out of us.
I believe they concern everyone. But if you detected an energy source here, did you detect any other sources?
I looked at everyone else like, how much do we share with this guy? Because
He is.
I don't
Spear.
trust the suit.
Really?
Did Sharon hear this?
I don't know. Have you tried contacting her?
I touch my earpiece and say, Grandma, niece?
You don't get a response.
Of course communications are cut off.
Right.
Was Agent Tolliver the one she told us not to like?
That was Agent Davis.
Hey, quick question. Do you know an Agent Davis?
I work with Agent Davis, yes. He is
Okay, so...
He is the liaison between the bulk of the Spear organization and our actual superpowered assets. Yeah, he's also something of the public face of the department.
Just checking. We've heard nothing but wonderful things about him.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't answered my question.
What we're doing here is classified, I'm afraid.
We're surprisingly good at keeping secrets. And I feel like a potential end of the universe situation kind of supersedes most classifications.
Clearly, you've never worked with the government then.
Plus, we've already played the security card we've already played the need to know card with them. So I don't know if we can really say
That's
that.
true.
Look, don't worry, sir. I will take whatever secret we get to the grave.
He ain't lying. Dead brother's already there in the grave waiting.
Well, I have a plot that has disturbed soil, but
So the two of you are siblings. Interesting.
That's classified.
I mean,
Then you really shouldn't give
brother.
such, then you really shouldn't give such information away.
I mean, what does brother really mean in this context?
Yeah,
We might be
motherfucker.
part of a cult. Hmm? I mean,
okay. I'm gonna have to stop us here. The dude didn't bat an eye at grandma niece, but at brother, he's like, oh, yes, clearly, relations. Nah, time out. Let's get back to business. This man's too used to the word grandma niece for me to want to stay here long. Let's go ahead and get business done.
There is no telling what he's thinking about us right now.
Yeah, they're capes. They're fucking weird.
We've made a stellar impression on him.
Capes are always weird.
Well, I feel like if we're gonna actually get working together, we're gonna have to make a show of good faith to start with.
we received a copy of. I'm not sure telemetry readings. We received a copy of basically a record of energy signatures over a period of time that were related to the power primeval, and we have basically a map we can share if need be.
Spear would very much appreciate that information. What other signatures did you find other than here? And what caused you to come investigate this one?
It's stationary, relatively stationary nature. And I just tell him about the one in the Everglades that moves around as well as seems to send out 2 other signatures.
Well, and the signature in the Everglades is, and when those two split off, it's gone.
Ah, okay, I got you.
Oh,
He
so we
imme-
should definitely gone to the Everglades. Now that we hear that in a more constructed form.
He gets on his comms and immediately passes that information on to somebody.
So unless you have some real big guns that you can send out right now, I would not advise immediately engaging. I
You
don't
really
think,
ought to let us check it out first.
for the record, I don't think individually they're as strong as the Vasilef was, but not as strong as the Primus is still a lot of space to cover.
How strong are you?
Strong enough.
7.
He's about 7/10 as strong as the Primus. Which, honestly, saying that does make you sound very scary.
I mean, yes, I can fold a human being into a tasteful origami if I needed to, but I'm not going to.
So is it just those two that are
Since
related, or
I'm
are you all
shadow
related?
form, I'm gonna sulk up onto the desk in front of him and say, "It's okay. You can go ahead and show him."
I'll start folding him up and say, does it really matter what our particular relation is?
Well, considering the fact they probably started scanning us the moment we came in, it would be helpful for them. I don't see why we would tell them.
What sort of device or individual did you have that could detect this energy?
We did not have that device, nor did we have that particular individual.
It was a World War II relic from another hero that has been broken.
Possibly from another reality. Or copied from machinery and elements from another reality. He got around.
I see.
They won't let me fix it with Gorilla Glue.
We will not, in fact, allow that.
Possibly from another. Possibly. Well, I suppose I can tell you that nothing we're doing here is Vasilev related.
What is it related to?
Better than the last government building we went to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Where was that?
Places.
That's classified. I also didn't say U.S. government building. I mean, shit.
Please tell me that you are not assaulting government buildings in other countries.
We are not performing.
We were invited.
We are not assaulting the buildings owned by foreign governments that you know of. I mean, we might be aliens. All of you could be foreign to us.
Well, no, I'm clearly a dead human. I hate to tell you this. Anyway, business.
Listen, we know why the Veselites. We know where the Veselites came from. We know there's probably ties to. I gesture broadly at Tolliver. And listen, your four friends behind there, they look pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure we could kick their asses if we really needed to. I really want to save all the violence, all this pent-up rage and aggression for when I actually need to use it. And I don't want to use it now.
That is reasonable, I suppose. All the armor-suited guys kind of straighten up when you suggest that you could kick their asses, though.
No offense. Please understand. I am very, very strong. I wrestled a giant monster bird. It sucked, but I did it.
Well, whatever brownie points you had earned by saying they look cool, you have clearly lost now. Just throwing that out there. As you're talking, someone in a lab coat comes running in rather excitedly. He kind of pushes past the armor-suited guys, runs up to Helios. Hello, very pleased to meet you.
Hi. I hold up my hand.
Agent Oliver's like, Doctor, could you please come to my lab? I would like to examine you all just briefly. It'd be a great help to my work.
What is your work exactly? I assume you're the one behind the whatever is making this, putting off the energy signatures. Get a name.
I don't think
I don't
I
want
can
to just call
really.
you doctor.
I don't think I can really tell you what the experiment is. My name is Doctor, and Tolliver butts in. Classified. Oh yes,
All right.
Doctor Classified.
That's an unfortunate name.
Oh yes.
Hey,
I suppose
so
it is.
this
What's
place
your
is
name? What's your name? And he looks at the shadow. Well, he doesn't offer his hand to the shadow because you are a little freaky. But
So this place is experimenting with the power of primeval. Great. That's fun.
Seems like a perfectly safe idea.
Well, I mean, the power itself hasn't done anything specifically dangerous. It doesn't have, as far as all of you know, it doesn't have a consciousness.
We know what it does whenever it's in a container made of meat, I guess, but what does the raw stuff of it do? That's... I don't like the term.
Probably what he's researching. Anyway,
if the power source is, if that power is as inexhaustible as I think it is, imagine what it could do for the world if we could access it for technology. And at that point, Tolliver actually walks around and puts a hand over the doctor's mouth. Doctor, I understand you're excited, but this is everything here is classified. These are civilians that we are only assuming are even citizens of this country.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fair.
I mean, technically, I don't think I'm I don't know. The law involving me is weird enough. Anyway, business with the Vasalites is all we were here for. Let's do business about Vasalites. I'm sorry, Doctor. Interesting subject. When there are less threats directly involving us, we may return for you to do some blood work.
Oh, yes, please do. Please do. Tolliver, it's like he's about to say something. Yeah. I suppose if you wanted to volunteer, that would be useful. But since what you're investigating is not related to us, perhaps you should leave. No offense, but this is a classified facility.
Oh, he owns the building?
He said
Good
this
for
is
him.
He said this is a classified facility. Oh.
Yes, it's Dr. Classified's facility. Good for him. Yeah, well,
I hang my head. Tolliver just looks at you like...
Dr. Classified, can we look around the place? I mean, you...
All right, guys. We're a world it could be ending. Let's go save it.
It's a stress response. I'm sorry. I shake Dr. Classified's hand.
Yeah. As we walk out, I do stick out a hand for Agent Tolliver to shake. Does he take it or no?
Well, you're not as dead looking as you used to be.
Yeah, it's mostly contained and just oddly colored at this point.
He reaches out and shakes your hand.
Don't worry, sir. The research will continue much better after we get the Primus out. And then I leave. No explanations. Just stepping out.
This is the only time you see any real emotion run across Tolliver's face.
What emotion is that?
Can you describe an emotion as WTF?
As
I think he just did.
Completely lost. This is a what?
And then he tells the armor-suited guys to stop you.
Oh.
You guys really don't have to do that. Those suits look cool as hell, but you really don't have to do that. They're not worth it.
Alright, so y'all were streaming out. Puppet had stopped to shake hands. And while Tolliver looks all shocked, Dr. Classified, he also kind of goes pale. How did they know? And then the armor-suited guys are told to stop him.
Here we go.
Let's go ahead and roll initiatives. I need a book with the... Does the main book have the significant stats?
It should.
That was what I was going to use for...
I should be low on the list, so I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Yeah, there they are. All right, so he is also a 3.
I would like to apologize for this. I was just having a bit of fun.
Oh, like that's
No, I like
honestly
this.
what I was thinking. Okay, they might have Dad here. Was my thought process too. I was gonna
wow.
say, okay, let's lock him in here and then just loot the place.
I was going through giving all the tokens turns without having the initiative up.
Picture of toddler luxury. Izzy's propped up on a bunch of pillows and blankets on the couch, playing on her tablet, has a little bowl of Cheerios by her side that she's just sort of dipping 2 fingers into to pull one out. That is some Roman Emperor shit she has going on. I didn't set her up like that. She got like that herself.
It's just her and her
She's
little
a-
ghost friend eating Cheerios. Which is a joke nobody's gonna get because that was us talking prior to the game. All right, so let me roll for the. Actually, I think them and Tolliver have the same coordination, don't they? Alright, so this armor suited guy goes on an 8. This armor suited guy goes on a 9. This armor suited guy goes on an 8. This armor suited guy goes on a 6. Oh, I need to roll one for Tolliver, who also goes on a 6. Is that for yours, Tyler?
Yes.
Alright, so Puppet goes on a 4. Sith Agua goes on a 5. Transmuter. Ooh, Transmuter's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then Helios. Is
I got a 6.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We'll put that in descending order. And Dr. Classified will just go at the end of the round. He is not really a combatant per se.
Good for him. 'Cause it was
All right, so top of the order is Transmuter.
All right. I would like to take or touch the suit to my right and try to turn that suit into like just oxygen.
Okay.
Did it kill the man with an O2 high? That seems a little
Oh.
extreme.
That's a good point.
Nope, too late.
Maybe if he were in like a closet, it might be an issue.
Yeah.
But in a big room in a facility that has air circulating, he'll be fine.
Thank you. Would that be a prowess thing?
Yes, prowess to make physical contact. Yes.
All right. What do I want to call this? Let's call this a transmutating touch.
All right. Here's
The transmute touch, if you will.
Transmute touch it is. Transmute touch you.
All right.
Touches
8
you.
is the number
You're
you need to
trans
beat.
now.
All right. Got it.
Oh, yes, you did. Now let's see.
It just kicks it. It just happens basically. Up to a
On
building
anything
size.
up to
worth
your
of
power.
material. Yeah.
All right. And this material is fairly tough, but it's not the 8 or 9 that you've got.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Now there's just a sweaty dude standing there in like
In boxers.
boxers and like an undershirt. He's got a very military looking haircut. And he's wearing his dog tags.
What? This place is classified. He's wearing straight dog tags to identify himself.
Like that is holy shit.
That's amateur hour.
Are the other 3 of you wearing your dog tags?
They're my dad. They're good luck.
Aw.
Tolliver does not look pleased with me.
Just being so mean to these poor guys.
Right.
Just confusing them, making them look silly. We need to leave.
All right, next up is this armor-suited guy. We'll call him Old Blue Eyes. He sees Transmuter do that. He tries to poke his hand on her, or put his hand on her back.
All right. It's a bunch of round game of tag right now. So I'm
Minimum roll, so you only have to beat a 5 to dodge out of the way.
so I guess
And it's prowess.
evading.
It's prowess, yeah.
All right.
I keep using dodge, not thinking about the fact that it's a specific thing in the rules.
Oh, right. That's right.
But yeah, so you successfully evade. Then it is number 8. This one over here. He tries to touch Puppet. Puppet, you hear him telling Tolliver, or asking Tolliver, is this even going to work on a corpse? He got an 8 on his prowess.
All right, let's roll a 5, baby. Yeah!
Wow. Asked and delivered.
I slap his hand away. Stop that.
So you come around, you kind of hit, the bracer part right behind the hand, as opposed to the hand set. But yeah, you just push it aside.
Huh.
I just screw that.
And then it's this guy over here.
Please don't hit me, sir. I'm bruised like a banana.
He's closest to Seth, but Seth is still a 2-dimensional shadow. So he ain't even going to try to touch Seth. He's going to go after Transmuter too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at all these big, strong government men trying to hit the woman.
The woman with,
Because they respect her strength. They know she's the most dangerous person.
That's right.
She kind of is.
If you're a guy in powered armor, especially.
Yeah. I have been abusing the touch range of my character's abilities a little bit, but I'm trying to like reel it in and rely on actually touching the target.
Alright,
Well-
so yeah, you easily evade them.
No,
Which,
actually,
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say actually that might not be true because the one time I remember doing that. Usually, the only time I attack someone from a distance is if I'm creating a construct that's so big that I could just touch the air in front of me and then it'll reach out eventually to
Yeah, that's usually
wherever the
how you do
target's at. That's true. But that's as long as I'm not actually trying to transmute the target itself, because technically the air is what I'm transmuting. So I can't really. It'll be like effectively trying to target 2 things at the same time, which I should not do. Not without a power stunt anyway. So yeah, it looks like I evade that handily,
Yes.
which is good.
Which is kind of an ego boost, because if these guys are trained soldiers, and they're not getting close to touching you,
I can thank the
Oxford Commando
Oxford
may
Commando for
know
that.
what he's doing with his combat training.
He definitely knows what he's doing. It's just what he does isn't very nice.
He's the best at what he does, but what he does is not
He
very
is.
nice.
Exactly.
What he does is be very condescending.
That too.
He does do that.
All right, Helios.
All right, so when Blue Eyes reached out to try, Blue Eyes is the one who tried to tase me, right?
I forget which one of them was standing next to the door when he came out. It may have been Blue Eyes. We'll say it was.
All right, so was it with the same hand he reached out with me that he tried to hit Transmuter with?
Yes.
I'm gonna give him the quality broken arm, specifically that arm.
Yo.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap knows exactly how terrifying he can be. Or know what? Let's go with dysfunctional bundle of easily exploited issues.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that's one of my characters.
That's all of your characters.
Yeah, that if there's ever a volume 2 of the primes, we got to get into that stuff because there's a lot going that's like amidst us that we've barely scratched the surface of as we've been trying to trace down our power origins, as it were.
A lot of this season really has been like they've all been really good, but they are also kind of like demo tapes for a full campaign.
Yeah,
it's kind of how I've seen them, and like it's been a lot of fun. Like
Mhm.
I
Oh,
get
absolutely. And I like the main plot too, so I wouldn't want to have held back on any of the actual action.
mhm.
I'm really looking forward to the characters from the next batch, though.
Yeah, yes.
And
Alright.
that should be a 13 to hit. I forgot to add the +2.
Okay, so that's a 13. Now, you rolling that with your strength or your prowess? What stat were you using for
Prowess.
that? Okay. Alright, let me roll then. Oh. So you grab his arm, and you don't. It's not like you do enough damage necessarily to get through the suit. You just sort of fold his arm back. It's like you probably didn't break a bone, but you bent the joints in a direction that the armor can bend, but that the person inside really couldn't.
That just sounds painful.
So you may have dislocated. He screams and his arm goes limp. Maybe you dislocated the shoulder, or something. But yeah, he's not going to be using that arm for sure.
You really shouldn't try to touch my sister.
Okay, see, now they know we're related.
I mean, things were already kind of blown.
You see the doctor down here where he'd been talking to you. Suddenly pull a pencil and a notepad out of his pocket.
Oh, here we go.
Family, they're all family.
Okay, look, for the sake of science, Iguani's not related to us, and he has the same core power.
Yes.
Well,
he was only resistant. He was not immune.
Right, he could be the control for whatever they want to experiment on us for.
All right, so that was Helios. Then it is Agent Tolliver. He tells the doctor, "Doctor, as God is my witness, if you do not stop giving things away, just hide under the table."
I mean, to be fair, we did already know everything he's saying. He hasn't given anything away. I mean, unless you have actually somehow already gotten the Primus out of the scar in the universe, in which case we did not know about that.
Tolliver pulls his pistol and tries to shoot you in the face. Puppet.
Oh,
Damn.
I mean, it's gonna work, but I just got this fixed.
Ooh, max
Yeah.
roll. That's an 11. Give me a coordination roll if you would.
A max roll.
Yeah.
All right, so killing shot.
Yes, that is a killing shot. He beats you by 4. So it takes you take 4 points of damage because it's just a regular pistol he's got. You know, it's just a typical government issued sidearm. But it does trigger the possibility of the killing, which would be the 4 damage plus a d6, and you need to roll your strength versus that.
I'm dead. I drop.
Oh no.
No, you miss. You only miss by 1.
Oh.
Let me check to see what that does. It may temporarily drop you, but
Wait.
damage, killing. So moderate. Oh yeah, you're right. Reduces target stamina to 0 and renders the character unconscious.
Cool. I'll be
But
up
you
next
don't.
turn.
But you're not like bleeding out or having to.
Yeah.
Did you literally hit him in the face?
Yes, he shoots him in the face.
Shot him in the
With
face.
a bullet and everything.
Yeah.
It's lodging his sinuses.
Like
Nasty stuff.
old school. Like old school bullets. Not these
As for the
laser
rest of you,
things.
Tolliver almost looks surprised when he goes down with 1 shot. He's dealt with a lot of supers. Most of them don't go down like that. And then it is the guy without the armor.
Sergeant Boxers.
He should just leave.
I don't know, he could be a deadly weapon even without his suit.
Go get himself some coffee. Come back in 10 minutes.
Go hit the showers, brother.
He's going to try to punch Transmuter.
Yeah,
Oh man,
another
that was a
invasion.
lady.
There's a lot of violence against women today.
It is.
I mean, you know,
No,
I'm a
no,
None of
violence
it's- none of
against
it's-
a woman. It's singular.
Yeah, I'm a superhero. This is
It,
what
it
this
just
is what we
shows
do.
that they respect her as a fellow warrior. That's all.
Yeah, okay, I haven't touched.
You
haven't
know,
touched
this
her
guy's
yet.
throwing a punch. It's not like he's walking up and trying to slap her or something.
You wouldn't get queasy if this was like, you know, Black Widow or Wonder Woman or anything.
So yeah, you get out of the way.
Great.
And then it's Seth
Yeah,
Angela.
but does she evade with like the sexy Marvel woman or Wonder Woman?
I am not a
evade?
poser. I am
Yeah.
not a poser.
Beating him by one. No, she just manages to get her head back, so he just misses.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go after Tolliver with my Shadow Strike.
Okay.
Like, oh man, you don't know how long it took Dead Brother to grow that face back. Come on, let me get my mouse over my character sheet. It's not wanting to cooperate. Shadow Strike.
All right, he got a 9 for his evade.
Did mine go?
It has
I
not
didn't
popped
hear
up.
a.
It
Yeah, I
hadn't
didn't hear a
popped up.
leap.
I thought I heard it, but
Oh, okay.
maybe it was Jason's.
That
Let me
might
try
have
it
been.
again.
There we go. So he just does manage to get
yeah.
out of the way. Like he jumps back, and then his tie flops forward where you sliced his tie.
But I think Tolliver should have to pose.
He begs to differ. And then it is Puppet's turn.
I will get back up, please.
All right, you're
My one stamina. I stand up, push on my cheek, pull a fragments of the bullet out, and in the hole you can just see the blue energy kind of weaving around, trying to put everything back together. Look, can we just leave now? Just look at
I want to
Tolliver.
know I want to know what their source is, what they're up to. I'm convinced now that it's something that we may
Look.
want to know about.
Unless you have the Primus strapped in the basement, being mind controlled by the Quell Kicks, I really don't care what you're doing here.
But they might.
The doctor is like looking panickedly from Tolliver to Puppet to back to Tolliver.
Oh boy.
Like he's not writing anything down anymore. And then it's top of the order with Transmuter.
All right. So let's cut to the chase. Can I leap up to touch the ceiling so that I can just basically transmute us and exit?
Make everything glass. Let's find out the secret and then leave.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the entire base glass.
Yeah. What if I did that and just like created a massive security breach? Would they still focus on us, or would they deal with that first? I wonder.
Massive security breach. Massive security breach. Go for a massive security breach.
Yeah. What happens if I just transform everything in a radius within a building's radius to glass?
We probably all get cut, but
Because if I do that, I could even just like touch the floor.
well, you could make it tempered so that it doesn't break apart. But
Or,
yeah, I won't make
you go with like the transparent aluminum ideal, so it's
Yeah, exactly.
sturdier.
Yeah. Because I'm not trying to break anything.
you know, something that doesn't allow the building to collapse in on us. But
Yeah, I don't want to do that. So yeah, well, I guess I'll just touch the floor and radiate that outward. Was that a power stunt? Because that was kind of a specific thing.
You did it last time to the interior of Professor Possible's building, and I don't think that was a power stunt. That's just the sheer area and amount of stuff you can do.
yeah, you just have a high number on make stuff other stuff. I think.
Right. Yeah. It's just one of those powers. Yeah, I'll do that. And yeah, let's. I don't even think I need a roll as if you rule the transparent nature of the final product, just like an inborn ability rather than a power simulator.
This is a big build.
Oh, hey, there it is.
Oh, hey, there he is.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, let's see how Spear reacts to all that.
Yep.
So everybody, give me awareness rolls.
Oh no. Can I add my super senses to mine?
Yes, yes, you may.
Cool, thanks.
Awareness roll.
Let me advance dice roll this nonsense.
All right, the difficulty you're trying to beat is an 8. Well, meter beat would be fine here.
I did not.
Now, Taylor, your awareness roll would still go into that.
Oh, yes, I know.
Oh,
I have an awareness of 1.
I see.
Oh.
Well, you
Remember-
don't notice anything then.
The body is a rotting body that got put back together. Most of its stats are low.
Curtis does not, or Sethagua does not notice anything.
I did not. No.
Helios.
Curtis suspects, though.
Let's see, Helios and Transmutor.
Just made it.
You both see, opposite corner of the building from you, essentially. Big glass tube, guy in blue and gold is floating in it with his back to you.
I don't like the back to us part of
We
that.
know the back of our papa.
Oh, for real?
From all the times he
No.
left us.
Go scroll,
No.
go scroll down to that far corner and zoom in.
Yo. Daddy.
Damn!
Papa. Oh my goodness.
I feel like Puppet deserves a free determination point for a burn that good.
Fair enough. Give yourself a point. Puppet.
When you have as many kids as a Mormon cult leader, you gotta walk away from some of them.
I'm not dying.
Thank God.
Okay.
And you see other base personnel. But a lot of them look like scientists. There's scientists down in the room. There are a few guys in just regular spear uniforms. And everybody is like looking around panicked now.
Seth will just kind of look as like, is that?
I'm assuming the ones that spot point out to everybody else, so we'll assume you all know now. But yeah, blue and gold. The suit's fairly tattered looking. The cape is pretty much missing.
Oh no.
Is he even alive?
At this distance, you can't tell.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Keep in mind, these are some thick chunks. It's transparent material, but it's thick chunks you're looking through.
Oh, sure. That's a good point. It's like frosted glass.
Yeah, well, eventually all the sight lines won't line up perfect and it'll look real smudgy, but yeah. Oh no. Everything's gone sideways.
Just in time for the finale.
Why? Why do I have this cosmic power to accidentally spoil things like this?
I don't know. I think it's kind of glorious myself. All right. Old Blue Eyes goes. Well, crap. We definitely can't let you out now. He will once again try to tag Transmuter, hoping that she's distracted.
Right.
How many free tappings of broken arm do we get from him?
Oh,
Until
I'm
the
sorry.
un-
I forgot he was the one that you did that to. He effectively cannot use that power at the moment.
Yeah, actually, do you want to impose like some kind of like momentarily stunned kind of? I mean, it feels like it would make sense. We must have, even if we don't have like a particular quality, we must have like a group quality for Child of Primus or something like that.
a shadow of the Primus, I believe is what it is.
Yeah, if you wanted to make that offer, I'd at least assent to it. Determination point in return for getting waylaid in my distraction.
That'll work. Take that trouble.
Sure.
Tapping shadow
in
the
the form-
promise. In the
form
form
of
of a negative, instead of trying to get you with that hand that's jacked up, he's going to try to blast you with the other one. Because their other hand is the one that ends in kind of the blaster looking thing.
Ah,
So
okay.
he's going to try to shoot you, and it's just going to be a -2 on your. You will take a -2 on your reaction to that.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I'll type that in manually then.
Or I guess I could have given my guy +2 either way.
So normally it's +5 -2.
All right, so he's going to make just his normal.
Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that!
Oof.
Wow.
That penalty plus a 1 on the roll. Yep, it's
So he beat you by 4.
sure. That's a
And their blaster arm does 6 points of damage.
Oof.
all right. I'm halfway there.
And that triggers a. Let's see. This is not a lethal shot, so it's not a killing.
I could get knocked further into the facility or some such, or up against the wall.
Yeah, but this is basically a force blast, so there's a potential slam. So the damage was 6, so I roll a d6 plus the 6 versus your strength. Ooh, rolled 12.
Oh, look at that! I almost rolled almost as well, which is fortunate. Case.
So he only beat you by 1, so it only knocks you prone.
Okay,
So you don't go flying, but it does knock you down.
down.
And it takes an action to stand up.
Sure.
Next up, the guy next to Puppet has seen Puppet get up and basically spit out a bullet.
Parts of a bullet. It's those still fractured bits are probably still in there.
Oh, you're totally pulling a Mark Ruffalo. I ate a bullet and the other guy spit it out.
Yeah, except I'm the same guy and it hurt a
Except
lot.
you're the same guy.
What? Dude, that is just gross. And he pulls up his blaster hand and fires at you.
Oh, come on. I just stood up.
You need to beat a 6.
Oh, God. Are we close enough range for it to count as prowess?
I'd let you do prowess for this one because he is just right there, and the whole idea of you just slapping his hand away is fair.
Cool, it's an 8 instead of a 5 then.
All right, so he brings that arm up, and you manage to push it to the side. And
I'm just
It
being
shoots the wall
rude.
over
Just
you.
like, quit that. Quit it.
no,
Stop.
no.
I'm trying to see if the Primus is alive right now. Stop shooting at me.
Anyway, next up is this one. And he is going to step over Transmuter since she's prone. Actually, he's going to try to kind of push his de-armored buddy out of the way, so they're effectively going to swap places. And then he's going to try to tag Helios. Need a bit of 9, Helios. This is proud.
Okay,
This is
so
he's trying to
sure.
touch you. All right, you get out of the way. And then it's your turn, Helios.
I would actually like to tap Dysfunctional Bundle of Issues to give myself a determination point and a penalty to start wailing on this guy. Just every blow I'm throwing at him is completely sloppy because there's a lot of emotions going through Helios right now.
So you're asking for trouble.
Yes, sir.
All right. Fair enough. Give yourself a determination point and take a -2 to whatever you're about to do.
And boop.
All right. And he bobs and weaves out of the way. That one arm just kind of flopping. Wow, you guys seem really upset about this.
I'm going to peel you like a peel. I'm going to peel you out of that and break every bone in your body unless you tell me exactly what is going on right now.
Hey, boss, I think he may be their papa. Tolliver fishes out his radio. All agents converge on the cafeteria.
Oh boy.
We cannot let any of the primes out. That is his action. The boxered guy is going to try to... He's going to try to pin Transmuter to the ground.
Is that a wrestling thing?
That is wrestling. So it's
Which I do
prowess,
not
and if you've
have.
got wrestling, that then that factors in.
All right. Let's see. Do I have? I'll just roll it as an evasion.
Or, excuse me, I think you have the choice of your strength or your prowess.
Oh, strength is a little higher. Thanks for pointing that out. Strength test on the way. Oh, tie.
All right. I don't think a marginal is going to do anything. Let me double check wrestling just to be sure. At least I'm finally getting where I can find the right pages quicker. Yes, let's see, that was a tie, so yeah, a failure or a marginal has no effect.
Okay.
If you got a moderate, then it would be a partial hold where you can still do stuff. So y'all are just wrestling around on the ground at this point. Sethagua.
I am going to go after Tolliver again. I'll be like, Tolliver, brother, dead brother and sister, they talked me out of being a murder hobo. But I think we're all kind of pissed off right now. And I am the god of fuck you up.
I take it you are tapping that quality?
I am tapping that quality.
Oh, poor Tolliver. He's been around since season 1.
3 seasons is a good run.
He was kind of a jerk in season 1. He tried to read my mind.
If only Recluse was here to see him die.
Yeah. Oh boy.
That doesn't
I'm
mean
trying to
I'm
remember. Was it him? No, I think it was Davis that Anna called that word that I won't repeat because I'm not a woman.
Wasn't it Landshark that called Davis Agent Dick or something?
He may have. Anna's came out of nowhere though.
Like
I'm not sure anybody had sworn on the thing
Oh
yet.
my
but she
gosh,
suddenly
I got a
dropped it.
crappy roll, even using my determination.
Oh, I got a crappy roll 9.
Well,
Bro, I
mean,
can max roll on multiple stats and not get that.
Well,
Yep.
this is it's a big rage moment.
He only got a 7. So it's a moderate success. It doesn't trigger anything fancy, but you do your damage. How much damage do you do?
8.
Ooh, I don't know that he can take that. Let me double check.
That is
here.
It
Not
is
enough.
slashing damage.
Ooh.
But it doesn't. It was not a high enough roll to trigger the killing effect.
Right.
But he probably goes down.
It's gonna sting.
All right. Yep, he's got 7 determination. He goes down.
You baby.
Aww.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had myself muted.
Well, no, she was happy about Tolliver going down.
He's getting them ribs tickled.
All right, so Tolliver goes down. Big slash across his suit. Little spray of blood. He goes down. The doctor, who has been backing into the corner, kind of screams when that happens. Puppet, your go.
I'll stroll up, double check, make sure Tolliver's not dead or not dying,
Okay.
and then I will look to the doctor. And go. He'll live. The patient in the tube. Is he alive, comatose, or affected by quail kick?
What's a give me give me a willpower roll.
The 6.
That's classified. What's a quail kick?
Would we know?
Yes.
It's what Grandma niece knows what they were because the Primus
Yeah.
was briefed
Yeah,
completely.
that would be part of the training. Some of the training information and stuff Sharon had given you would be that name.
Because we would be like, how did Dad die? And she would probably tell us.
Right, yeah.
That's my assumption on this. Because it's not like the plan to use Primus as a battery to seal it up wasn't an open secret to multiple heroes.
Mm.
Like, it wasn't told to the world, maybe, but there's a large enough collection of superheroes in that space station.
The world
moving.
knows that he sacrificed himself
Yeah.
to seal that rift. Whether he was the battery or he carried whatever it was out there to do it, you know, that's all kind of vague. Okay, so that was Puppet's go. And yeah, Tolliver, you don't think it's bad enough that Tolliver's going to bleed out or anything.
Yeah, I was going to heal him if it was.
Yeah.
But since I still have an action, quote unquote, because that's one sentence,
yeah.
I'll activate my aura so that when they punch me, it hurts them.
Oh, that's good. All right, then it's Transmuter's turn.
Oh boy, yeah. I was trying to figure out what we should be doing here. So let's see. I see that there's only one entrance into here. We've got 4 guards who are still active, 1 without a suit. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Do we see any reinforcements yet?
You do see some of the regular agents with just regular looking weaponry kind of running along the hallways. They're still a couple of rounds away, probably.
Yeah, and how badly banged up do we look? I know Puppet went down temporarily. He's probably shot up a bit.
He's got a bullet hole in his face,
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
I'm completely uninjured.
I am
And Seth
too.
probably looks all right. So what I'll do is, you know what? Let's just do cut off the reinforcements. How about a titanium blockade, blocking the entrance to the cafeteria?
Okay.
So I will, if I can. Well, I guess I could just reach here in front of me and just. Well, I don't want to in case. Helios. Am I able to even just squeeze past them, or will the two guys not? Did they get opportunity attacks? Is what I'm wondering.
No, but you are prone at the moment. Remember.
Oh, that's right. Well, in that case, I'll just stand up, and that'll be the end of it.
So you can stand up, and you can take your movement. I'd let you.
You know what? Actually, no, I can't do that. Yeah. Oh, I can do.
Yeah.
I can stand up and move.
I'd let you stand up and move, just not take an action.
Oh, gotcha. Well, then I'll move down there past Helios.
And then it's back around to the armored guys. Old Blue Eyes is going to step away from Helios for obvious reasons and try to blast him. Minimum roll, so you only need to do 5.
I got a 5.
Okay. So that's a marginal success. Half damage. His blasters do 6, so 3. I know that's not going to get through your damage resistance.
Nope.
Then it's the next armored guy who's going to take a blast at Seth. So that's a 9 to hit Seth.
Is prowess or coordination? Is he shooting or
This is
punching?
prowess. This is him shooting.
It appears they can, in fact, touch a shadow, man.
All right, so he beat you by 2. You're in a shadow form. You're immune to physical attacks except for light-based attacks. This is a force blast, but it's still energy. So yeah, 6 points of damage. Unless you have some other damage reducing ability.
Yeah, I do have 3 damage resistance.
Okay.
So
So that drops it down to, so you actually take 3.
okay.
He seems pleased that there's an actual reaction to what he did. Hey, you can shoot this guy. This guy over here is going to try to tag Helios. Need to beat a 6.
Easily done. Ooh.
I believe that gives you a free shot on him.
I would love to crumple that faceplate in, yes.
So, because you beat him by 6, so that's a major. I don't know if you have to roll or if it's auto damage, though. Let me look that up.
I'm pretty sure you have to actually roll for it.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll then.
Nice. God, that was a piece of cereal.
I know it says you'll also automatically hit the attacker.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Pop in the face for 7 points of damage.
Your evasion results in a massive failure for the attack. You also automatically hit. So how much damage do you do?
7 points.
All right. And he's got 4 damage resistance himself. So that is 3. All right. And yeah, you definitely leave a nice fist-sized impression in the mask. The neon around one of his eyes starts flickering. And then it's your turn.
I'm gonna keep working that nice little bruise I just made.
Okay. Oh, max roll and you still beat him. All right, so he got a 10, you got a 12, so that's another solid lick. That's another 3 points. The faceplate on the helmet has like popped loose on one corner. And that one eye that was flicking has gone completely out now. You just hear you kind of hear him in stereo going, "Holy crap." You hear the modulated voice of the guys in the machine, but you can also like hear the actual pilot's voice through the popped corner of his faceplate. Then it is Tolliver's turn, but he is out. And then it is our we'll just call him
Boxer Commando.
Yeah. No, he's in Boxer, so he's not Commando. Let's see. Boxer is going to try to move past you and going to try to tackle transmuter.
All right. Get my character sheet open
You know,
again.
for some reason, he doesn't want to jump the guy that's, beating the armor off of his buddy. The living shadow or the zombie. Hey! So that is a 10.
Oh, damn.
Oh, he's got me now.
So that beats you by 3. So he's got you in a full hold. I say tackle. He just randomly grabbed you because everybody's upright at this point. So you can't move away from him, and you can't do anything except make escape actions. Nothing physical except make escape actions.
Gotcha.
So Thagua,
I only have one determination point that I've already used. So
you would like
what
some
I
trouble,
would-
wouldn't you?
I would like some trouble
Okay.
because my plan is I want to power stunt my emotion control and scare everybody if I can.
Did you run out?
Okay.
Um,
What sort of trouble would you like to take?
I'm not sure. I've got well, I could either one, unhinged Okie redneck, or I don't weld the power primeval it welds me, could easily cause trouble. But I don't know.
We'll tap the. You don't wield it; it wields you. So yeah, go ahead and give yourself that +2. The trouble is going to be it's going to affect everybody.
Including
Yeah, I mean,
Brother, dead
everybody gets to
brother,
make their
and sister.
everybody gets to make their resistance rolls, but yes.
right. And I'll just be like, it's on.
All right, so roll your emotion control, which I believe everybody resists with their willpower.
Yes. No, power versus awareness.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the emotion control tends to be emotion stuff's awareness.
yeah.
I think it's flat telepathy, maybe willpower.
It's weird that it's awareness.
Well, it's. I think the ideal is, you're being influenced, thus you can resist it.
Right.
Ah.
Could be.
I see.
Well, and as far as game mechanic, it something that.
And that way, not everything is willpower based. That's mental.
Right.
Mhm.
'Cause like mind blast is resisted with mental. Telepathy and mind control, I think, are all willpower resisted. So your empathic stuff tends to be awareness. All right. So what'd you get, Curtis?
13.
Okay.
Where'd
Helios,
it go?
you're scarred. Puppet is scared. Going to need an awareness out of transmuter,
Oh, right. Sorry.
and then I will roll all the baddies.
Awareness test away. Oh, look at that. I trained with Oxford Commando. This is nothing.
Well, the number you're trying
Or
to
is
beat
it?
was a 13.
Okay, never mind.
All right, so this is Blue Eyes. He freaks out. The one next to him freaks out. The one engaged with Helios freaks out. And Boxer is just done.
Wow.
Now, what is the actual description of what BCD emotion control? You're doing fear.
Yes.
Filled with terror, the target either flees or, if unable to flee, cowers. Alright, a moderate success places the emotional quality on the target. Concentrate and make a new test each round. Major requires a new test After levels of determination, massive. Okay. So let's go look at that again. So the roll was a 13. So it's a massive success on Helios.
Damn.
It's
Sorry.
a massive success on Puppet.
Oh no, I'm scared stiff.
It's only a moderate on. Or no, it's a major. Excuse me, it's a major.
Major. Gotcha.
On Transmutor. It is a massive on all the baddies.
We the baddies.
And I'm not rolling for the doctor or like the common spear agents. But you can see them through the glass or through the transparent walls start running away. All the regular staff in the base has been affected.
Oh, in the entire base.
Yes.
Wow. Imagine if this.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine if this was affecting the Primus. If the
Oh,
Primus
I was
still
gonna
alive.
say, we look at the tube. The Primus is completely unaffected.
Oh, right.
Well, y'all aren't aware enough. Y'all are kind of dealing with your own stuff right now.
Sure.
Aren't we always?
So, Puppet, you move away from Seth. Everybody's moving away from Seth.
Okay.
Boxer's running away. These guys are pulling back. All right, I want just give me a dice roll, Zach and Mike. If odd, you run left. If even, you run right.
I'm running right.
Going right too.
All right, so both of y'all are running over this way.
And Seth is the only one who's not freaked out right now. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But he's kind of freaking out, just like, he's angry.
There's a lot going on with him right now.
Yeah. But the same state of emotional agitation that we were all going through a moment ago.
Right. He's just, very prone to anger. And being scary.
That's right.
Kind of appropriate that he wigged out on the penultimate
Mm-hmm.
issue.
Mhm. Like, this is the exact right moment for this to happen, too.
All right, so
Yeah, exactly.
those of you that he got a moderate on,
That would be me.
which I think is just
No one. Not me.
I don't think you got a moderate on you. You got a massive on everybody else.
Um,
No, major. Excuse me.
Major on me.
I keep switching up moderate and major.
Right.
So yeah, you'd have to make a new test after level duration.
So,
What level is your emotion control, or Seth's emotion control?
7.
Oof. That's
And the rest of
That's
you,
like-
it's the entire chapter.
7 pages is a third of a comic book.
Actually, yeah, it is.
Wow.
I do believe these things might be a little overpriced.
What? They're only $4.99 an issue.
So wait, how long am I running into a wall away from Seth?
Basically until this chapter is over. And you're not. It's not like you're bashing into the wall. You get as far away from him as you can, and then you just sort of cower.
Oh, fun.
These three guys will eventually exit through the elevator. This guy runs all the way back here to this office. He is cowering in the corner, kind of having a game over man, game over moment.
My favorite part of that movie.
All of you are having some serious thoughts of what the crap am I related to?
Oh, that's a good point.
Mike, go ahead and give me another emotion control roll, or awareness to resist the emotion control. All right, Curtis, give me the roll for the emotion control. All right.
Dang.
Now, how long is Seth going to maintain this?
He might start to calm down once he sees that he's frightened his brothers and sister. But probably this round, and then maybe next round he'll stop. My plan is, at this point, can I break through these? Are the walls and floor just invisible, or are they glass that I can bust open with my strike?
If it's like we said last time, we go with transparent aluminum.
So
Because
what's
it's sturdy enough to hold the buildings up. It's still visible.
Yeah.
You can still look through it.
How is that? What do we have a strength on that?
I'm actually looking up the benchmark chart right now.
Yep. All right, benchmarks. Iron is 7. Aluminum is 4.
Oh. Oh yeah, it does mention aluminum specifically. Very good.
My shadow strike is 8, so I ought to be able to bust. Although it's slashed
with a power of 8, you're going to be able to cut through most things.
Yeah.
There ain't much real life objects you're not going to be able to cut through.
Nice.
Yeah, also keep in mind there are you can see where the hallways are.
Yeah. Well,
So you can see the path and just walk back there.
If I can just walk back there, I'll walk to the Primus.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Give me a willpower if you're trying to calm, since Puppet's in the room with you. If you were going to try to calm Puppet down.
See if I can.
Puppet, give me a willpower roll. Nope, Puppet ain't calming down. Not until the duration. Not until the power duration's up.
Knock me out so that I wake back up unaffected.
All right, so Seth is the only person together enough to walk back there and check out the Primus.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Who better to trust?
This guy strapped a policeman to a bed. This is not the best plan.
Oh no.
Hey, we needed a good cliffhanger for the end of this issue.
I can't. Yeah, this sounds good to me. Plus, the Reg is there for backup. I mean, admittedly, he's just a manifestation of Seth's psyche, but
All right, so You walk, and you have to cut your way through a couple of doors.
Right.
The fleeing staff mostly left the doors open. One or two of the secured doors, like to this room specifically, had like auto shut behind them. So you cut your way through. Alarms start going off when you do that. Like intruder alarms. Nothing you actually have to be alarmed about. You've got this tank thing. The Primus is floating there. You notice there is a hose coming up out of the floor that attaches to a face mask they've got on him.
That tells me he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly implies.
I am just gonna bust open the tube with my Shadow Strike and be like, Papa?
Mm-hmm.
So you do like a double slash, cutting X's, an X basically in the front. The pressure of the fluid at that point pushes it open, and he comes spilling out on the ground. The mask comes off of his face, kind of yanks off of his face. As he sort of falls forward and kind of half down these stairs.
I'll try and wake him up.
Oh my god.
Have you dropped your shadow form?
Yeah, actually, you're right. I think he would. He wants his Papa to see him.
Meet him for the first time.
Shadow power's off, hood back, kind of patting him on the. His eyes kind of roll around.
Because he had never got to meet the Primus. His mom kept him away from him.
That's right.
You are in fact the only character on the team that did not have some kind of relationship with the Primus. Because I think he helped train all the rest of you. So yeah,
Helios... I'm sorry.
Hey, go ahead, Mike.
I was just saying that I believe Helios was the only one who had like a regular lasting contact of some kind. Is that right?
Yeah, he had a pretty steady contact with him, like both training wise and male parental figure wise. After his mom's husband started asking, "Why doesn't my son look like me?"
Oh right, yeah.
I think he also had a relationship with Puppet, though. He tried to talk Puppet out of doing the superhero thing.
That's right. And he was more...
Puppet was trained, and then once he plateaued, and Primus was like, "Oh, he's not going to be a replacement me." He became slightly less interested.
And he was he kept a distance from Transmuter. I think if I remember correctly, it was pretty much at the insistence of the mother. But I do still have to finish that write up for future reference. But anyway, that's where we are now.
All right, so Seth, you're holding your Papa. His eyes kind of open. His eyes open. They're kind of rolling around. And then they do kind of focus on you, but he looks a little out of it, but they kind of focus on you. He locks eyes with you. Kind of coughs up a little bit of fluid. and then grabs you kind of by the shirt, pulls you in close. I could see the other side. I saw them. My stars, it was full of gods. And then he passes out.
I'll be like, I hear him all the time, Papa. I hear him all the time.
All right. So you're laying there, or sitting there now with your unconscious Papa.
Yep.
Though he seemed kind of not panicked, but he was breathing heavy when he first woke up. He kind of relaxes into something calmer now. You don't see any noticeable physical injuries. Like I said, the suit is rough. But if he was wounded, it seems to have healed up under the suit. And then he gives a spasm, and there is a force, a sort of energy force, kind of spikes out of him. Give me a strength roll.
I'm not very strong.
Need to beat an 8.
I didn't do it. Nope.
Okay, so 6.
I got a 6. Not bad.
No, he beat you by 2. It doesn't send you flying across the room. It does kind of knock you back. Where you kind of sit there, it kind of knocks you back prone. And then before you can do anything else, you start hearing metal rending. And up above you, as as you're laying prone, you look up, and the ceiling is clear, and then there's a bunch of dirt because you see hands reaching through the dirt and they start peeling the roof open.
Normal sized hands, or
yeah, they are more or less human hand or human sized hands. I don't think they have enough fingers, and they're kind of
Not
bluish,
enough.
grayish.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you saw 2 pairs of them.
Mhm.
So the roof gets peeled back, and some dirt's fall in or whatever, and you see Czar and August. No, excuse me, not August. Imperator. I forgot August was the other name I was thinking about using for him.
Oh shoot, there's more than 2 of them.
Or were they referring to themselves as the August? I forget. I had a lot of different ideas for these guys before I settled on some.
Okay, but it's the same 2.
Yeah. This is Imperator and Czar.
Gotcha.
Sure would be nice to turn the power off and scare the family.
Or at least have it work on the bassolites.
You're right.
Now, you guys cowering can see this through the clear walls. Curtis, give me one more roll on the emotion control power, and then I want all the guys to give me an awareness roll.
Ooh,
All right, y'all need to beat a 10.
you're whirling awfully well, Curtis.
He rolled a
when it's
3.
against you guys.
He's got a +7 to this thing. It's pretty rough.
That's a good point. Ooh.
I got a 2.
Oh no.
Awareness is not my strong suit.
Oh wow.
That's the insidious thing about emotion control. It's nobody's strong suit.
Right. No one. It's no one's.
No player anyway really amps that one up.
How dare you? Unison would be great at this.
Actually, yeah, Unison would do pretty good. Unison had a freakish awareness.
Right.
Ah.
Unison had a freakish awareness and 8 ways to aware things.
But,
Well, and that makes total sense for Unison, but most wouldn't.
Yeah. Your spy characters are somehow really good. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Your hardboiled detectives don't get seduced so easy.
All right. But anyway, so they peel the roof back and then they float down in there.
oh boy.
Man, if only you had backup of some sort.
If only.
Czar or Imperator tells Czar, "Take the champion." Czar's response is looking at him and go, "You do not give me orders."
It don't matter. You ain't taking them anyway.
Oh, it's like they were about to start arguing with each other, and then you got their attention.
Oh.
When you say that, Imperator holds a hand out and gestures at you. I know he does it all like dramatically, but nothing seems to happen to you.
Oh, I know why.
Oh.
Because we're immune to the power drain that he tried to do.
And as he's doing that, the other one, Czar, starts floating down over to the Primus.
Quick, take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, do I get an attack?
You get an action, so yeah, you can take a swipe at him. And as you turn to do that, you notice Reg is gone, where he had been next to you.
Oh.
Oh no 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 no. I think because this will be more dramatic, I was going to do fear on these guys, but I'm going to try Shadow Strike because I think I know what's going to happen. Be like a big nothing.
All right, so Shadow Strike of 10. That'll be versus his prowess.
Does it still have the shadow?
Oh yeah, the shadow grows around your hand, and you slash.
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
slash into
it's
it
just
good.
it's just that Reg is gone. I thought for a minute that maybe
that maybe
they
you
did
weren't
zap
immune.
my powers. Yeah.
No, Reg being kind of a separate construct, maybe that works differently. I don't know.
Maybe so.
It's not something Seth would really know much about.
No.
Sharon would have mentioned in passing, and just the video footage of the big fight with the Vasilev. People knew Vasilev could turn off most people's powers. So yeah, you slash, and what's your what's the damage on your claws?
6. Wait. No, I'm sorry, 8.
Okay. So yeah, you leave a big old scratch across his chest. He screams, but it's more that he's startled that you were able to hurt him than the fact that than the actual damage you. Clearly, they thought you were going to be helpless, and he kind of falls back.
Seth will, do his hoot and holler thing. It's like, that's right, I'm scary. Be more scary with my brothers and sister pitching in.
But whose fault is that? And let's see.
Wait, with that
Sorry, guys.
with that nullification removing Reg, does it also remove the fear?
If they blasted you with it, maybe.
Ah, dang it. Well, I thought the fear was being channeled, so I was really hopeful.
It was a good try.
But yeah, when his turn comes up, he is going to try. He's still going to grab the Primus and fly off. So he takes off with the Primus.
The Czar, that is?
Do what now?
The Czar takes
Yes,
off
the
with the
Tsar.
Primus?
No, he looks like he wants to retaliate, but
Ah, gotcha.
And then August, I keep calling him that, Imperator is going to take a swing at Curtis.
Do I dodge or Carl's for coordination?
Prowess. This is a punch.
He's hitting me.
Yeah, he's hitting you.
He's in you real good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's an 11 versus a 10. So he hits you for 8 points of damage.
Okay, and which I have a 3 damage resistance. That makes it 5, but that puts me at 0. I'm unconscious.
Okay, so you turned around, you clawed his brother, whatever the Tsar is to the Imperator, and then he punched you in the back of the head, and you just go down
He just spins and falls to the ground.
or just drops forward in a cloud of robes flopping around.
Mhm.
And that is where we will wrap up today.
Mm-hmm.
Bum, bum, bum.
With everybody scared and Seth unconscious.
And our daddy missing again. Oh my goodness.
Although, if Seth's unconscious, I would think maybe that would automatically end.
Oh, good question.
Well, the trick is Seth going unconscious is also the end of the chapter, so
Right.
that's
Right. No, I'm not saying continue on, but I'm just saying.
But yes, everybody's going to come out of it more or less at this point. As Imperator is flying off to catch up with Tsar.
All right.
That's a cool ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty well. I kind of liked Puppet's big reveal of what was going on.
Yeah, except it was like Puppet meant it as in like we plan to find a way to get him out of the scar. Oh, you already got
But that
him
was
out.
not how
Oh,
they
no.
took it because
Right, because they've already done it.
I'm kind of sitting there going, I guess I'm going to have the Vasilevs attack early to trigger something. If y'all were just going to walk out of the facility. And then Taylor, you handed me this gift perfectly wrapped. I'm like, yes.
He just guessed. Boom. Like, oh.
Well, it's
wait.
like there's an energy signature that's suddenly here. Well, they're clearly studying the power prime. Well, it's going to be easier to study it when the Primus is back.
Right.
And also, it's just like my desire to continue to fuck with Agent Tolliver.
Right.
It's like,
Well-
oh, whoops, there are consequences to this one.
It was kind of satisfying to, knock Tolliver out.
Yeah, he took care of him good.
Yeah, Tolliver and Davis are never pleasant people to deal with.
I'm really excited to see how this wraps up.
But all right, so we need
And
to
we
wrap
will
up.
hopefully in 2 weeks, barring anything unforeseen. Which, let's see, that's the 19th of February. There's nothing hinky going on the 19th of February, is there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I know of.
All right then. Well, y'all already said y'all were having a good time, and I really enjoyed this session. Hopefully, anybody that comes by and watches it later or listens to it will enjoy it and be back with us in 2 weeks, where we will wrap up the primes, and then probably talk about a little bit about what we're going to do next. So again, I was your GM for the day, Jason, and with me was Taylor as Puppet,
See ya.
Zach as Helios,
Good night, everyone.
maybe he was muted or had to step away for the baby.
Oh no, I'm here. Just the way you quickly rolled on. I thought you were just listing off all of our names.
Oh.
Night, everyone.
Mike is Transmuter.
Yeah.
And did I start with Curtis or did I start with... I started with Taylor. And Curtis is Seth Agua.
Laters.
I'm not sure who our MVP would be for today. Probably either Taylor or Curtis.
Yeah.
If we did that sort of thing. Anyway, we'll see y'all next time.